G'day and welcome to Earn the Right. My name is Trevor Young, and Earn the Right is your audio platform for reputation-based authority building, PR, personal branding, and turning credibility into recognition and recognition into opportunity. Very multifaceted topic, and we cover many of those facets on this show across 4 different tracks. Now, today's track is called In the Arena, and that's when I have a riff around a particular topic that I feel is noteworthy and I've sort of done a bit of deep diving on. So let's get into today's topic, which is all around authority branding, what it is, who it's for, and how to do it right. Now, remember, the market doesn't reward the best today. It rewards those who are known, trusted, and top of mind. Let's get into it. There's a heck of a lot of noise in the marketplace today. Influencers shouting on LinkedIn, growth hackers promising overnight visibility, shiny object tactics that flare up and fade just as quickly. And in the middle of this, there is little old you, a seasoned professional who knows their craft, a founder, a consultant, a coach or advisor. You've got 2 to 3 decades of hard-won experience under your belt. You're someone with a body of work, but perhaps not a body of recognition. Here's the dilemma that many founders and professionals face. Being good at what you do isn't enough. In today's reputation-driven economy, credibility has to be seen. Expertise must be articulated, packaged and communicated in a way that others recognise, trust and value. Now that is where authority branding comes in. All right, let's start off with what is authority branding? Well, at its core, authority branding is the deliberate strategic process of building and projecting a professional identity that earns you recognition as a trusted authority in your field. It's not vanity, it's not gaming the system, the algorithms. It's all about having the conviction to ensure that your reputation keeps pace with your knowledge, your expertise, and the experience that you've notched up over the journey. Put simply, expertise earns respect, but authority earns recognition. Authority branding is the connective tissue between these two things. And here's what matters most. This is a compound game. While social media tactics promise immediate results, authority branding operates on a completely different timeline. Think 18 to 24 months for meaningful momentum, 3 to 5 years for deep market recognition. The investment absolutely is front-loaded. You've got to put the work in, but the returns compound over time, years, decades. Can this process be fast-tracked? Sure. Be focused, be strategic, and get ready to be super active. But true authority branding is a slower burn activity than social media fame. And we know that social media fame, that's what the wannabes crave. There's no shortage of hucksters and opportunists who are happy to indulge you, if this is what you want, for a price, of course. Okay, authority branding, who is it for? Authority branding isn't for everyone. If you're simply chasing clicks and follow accounts, you'll find the process really frustrating. If you're of the fake it till you make it ilk, then probably not, because you'll be showing up. Authority branding is for the credible operators who already know their stuff and want their reputation and personal brand to reflect it. Here's some examples. Think a consultant tired of competing on price, a coach who wants to be known for their unique methodology, not just another voice in a crowded market, a founder whose ideas could reshape their industry if only the market noticed them, a seasoned professional entering a new chapter, ready to pivot and leverage decades of experience, a movement maker with a powerful message to share but whose voice is constantly being drowned out by all the noise. In short, If you've already got the expertise and the experience, then authority branding helps you earn the recognition, influence, and trust that expertise deserves. So why would you invest in authority branding? Because the market doesn't reward the best. It rewards the best known. And by that, I don't mean shallow celebrity awareness, but recognition by the right people. They know who you are, what you do and excel at, and importantly, what you stand for. Authority branding delivers dividends upon dividends. Here's some examples of that. Pricing power. Authorities don't discount, they get sought out. Opportunity flow, speaking gigs, media mentions, referrals, partnerships. They find you. People will find you. Trust at scale. Prospects arrive pre-sold because your reputation has already done the heavy lifting. Future-proofing. Algorithms change, platforms rise and fall, but your authority compounds over time. Here's the thing though, if you don't invest in it, you risk being the best kept secret in your industry, admired by clients, but invisible to the wider market. Okay, here are 7 components of authority branding. Authority branding isn't just one thing. Think of it as an ecosystem. Let's break it down into these, what I see as 7 interlocking components that you can actively build side by side. Number 1, compass. What guides you? This is your principles, purpose, clarity of direction, the compass that keeps everything aligned. This is what grounds your authority brand and gives meaning to your visibility. So ask yourself, do I have clear beliefs, values and boundaries guiding how I show up and what I stand for? Number 2 is platform, and this is where you stand. Researching and selecting the right channels for your authority building efforts. Owned media, which is your website, your newsletter, your podcast, social media, LinkedIn, YouTube, Instagram, and earned media opportunities. Earned media being podcast guesting, speaking gigs, editorial exposure in niche publications. This is a strategic channel selection situation, not execution. So ask yourself, have I identified the channels where my audience actually pays attention, and have I committed to the ones I can sustain? Number 3 is message. This is what you say. Your positioning, narrative, point of view, frameworks, intellectual property, and story. This is the substance people remember you for, the insights, the ideas and stories that make you distinct and worth paying attention to. Ask yourself, is my message clear, consistent, and distinct enough that people can repeat it without me being in the room? Number 4 is visibility, and this is how you show up. The execution. We're talking writing articles, recording videos, getting on stage, guesting on podcasts, showing up consistency across owned, earned, and social media. Visibility is oxygen for your ideas. It's about spreading your message with strategic intent, being in front of your audience, and expanding your reach over time. Ask yourself, am I showing up and often enough in the right places to the right people? And am I doing it consistently? Number 5 is proof, what you demonstrate. Case studies, testimonials, earned media track record. This is where authority shifts from the self-proclaimed, which a lot of people do, I am the greatest, they say, to market validated, which means third-party endorsement. Ask yourself, am I putting enough social proof and credibility markers into circulation? Number 6 is relationships. Who amplifies you? Your network of trust, peers, partners, advocates, clients. No authority brand is built in isolation. Relationships accelerate everything. Ask yourself, am I intentionally nurturing the relationships that expand my reach and reinforce my reputation? And number 7, payoff, what you earn. The tangible returns on your authority investment, pricing power, inbound opportunities, media attention, partnership offers, and the freedom that comes with being sought out rather than chasing all the time. This is where authority stops being aspirational and starts delivering. Ask yourself, am I tracking the concrete results of my authority building efforts, and do I have a clear picture of what success looks like? All right, let's look at a couple of examples, I suppose you'd call them, in action. They are hypothetical examples. And so let's go through a couple of them just to bring the authority branding idea to life. Okay, number one is the framework builder. A management consultant spent years perfecting a methodology for organisational change. Instead of keeping it internal, she systematically documented the framework, created a newsletter explaining its principles, spoke at industry conferences, and published case studies showing measurable results. Within 3 years, competitors were licensing her methodology and she commanded 2 times her previous fees. Her authority wasn't just built on volume and quality of her content, but on consistent demonstration of a unique, proven approach. Another example is the category creator. Think, a marketing executive noticed a gap between brand strategy and performance marketing. Rather than just complaining about it, he coined a term for the integration approach, wrote extensively about the concept, created free resources for practitioners, and built relationships with complementary experts. The category didn't exist before he named it. Now he's the go-to expert for that specific intersection, with opportunities flowing to him rather than him chasing them. Both examples share common elements. They identified intellectual property they already owned, consistently demonstrated its value, and built sustained visibility around a clear point of view. Now, there are common pitfalls with building your authority brand, and here's how to avoid them. Here are the main ones. Authority branding done wrong can backfire spectacularly, so watch out for these traps. The promotion trap. Turning every interaction into a sales pitch. Authority brands demonstrate value first, sell second. If your content reads like a brochure, you, my friend, have already lost. The authenticity gap. Projecting expertise you don't actually possess. This is the fake it till you make it crowd. The internet has a long memory and expertise is eventually tested. When that gap gets exposed, and it usually does, you don't just lose credibility, you lose it publicly. Build authority around what you genuinely know, not what you think the market wants to hear. Number 3 is the shiny object syndrome, chasing every new platform and tactic. Authority brands go deep, not wide. Pick your channels and commit for the long haul rather than diluting your efforts across every possible touch point. That said, if you're a well-established operator with a team and systems to support you, building what I call strategic omnipresence might be a key differentiator, but for most time-poor professionals, focus beats spread. Number 4 is the echo chamber error, only speaking to people who already agree with you. Authority requires engaging with diverse perspectives and occasionally taking positions that challenge conventional thinking. Okay, so what does this look like? I'm going to go through a sort of a mini tutorial, putting it into practice. Let's go. Authority branding can feel abstract. Here's a simple starter map. Audit your current presence. Google yourself. What shows up? Then go deeper with ChatGPT or Perplexity or Claude. Check LinkedIn. Does your profile reflect authority or just job history? Scan your website. Does it demonstrate expertise or simply list services? Number 2 is clarify your flag in the ground. Define your core narrative, your why you, why now. Identify the intellectual property you already own, frameworks, methods, insights. Pick one flagship owned media channel. It could be a newsletter, a podcast, a presence on Substack, YouTube. Now, YouTube's not technically owned, but you do own your videos and you can publish them on your blog or your Substack if you like. Choose one place to anchor your voice and commit to publishing frequently with a consistent cadence. Pick one flagship social media channel. LinkedIn, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. Make sure your audience mostly hangs out there. Commit to publishing frequently with a consistent cadence. Layer in credibility markers, case studies, media mentions, partnerships. Repurpose client wins into micro proof points. Design a relationship rhythm. Map out who's in your circle of trust. Build a simple system to stay visible to them in a genuine way. We're talking emails, coffees, collaborations, LinkedIn DMs, etc. All right, let's talk the bigger picture first before we finish up here. Authority branding is not about ego, it's about leverage. It takes depth of your experience and amplifies it so that the right people see you, believe you, and importantly, choose you. If you're a leader or an expert with conviction to be more than your industry's best kept secret, authority branding is how you earn the right to lead the conversation and attract the right opportunities. My name is Trevor Young. Thank you for being here on Earn the Right. And this track has been called, that is something that I call In the Arena. And don't forget, I'm also on Substack. So if you go to earntheright.co, you will find out all my Substack articles. And if you haven't subscribed to this podcast, but you like what we talk about here, we have other tracks, of course. I also interview experts in PR, digital, comms, content, now a little bit of AI space. So until next time, let's connect on LinkedIn and please subscribe to the newsletter at earntheright.co.